Hey, it's Mark here with another home winterization and efficiency tip. This one is so basic and obvious, I wasn't even going to mention it. But if you've got a hot water heating system like this, you've got a boiler, and possibly you've got radiant floor heat like I've got, or maybe you have hot water radiators or baseboards, take a look at where your boiler is located and see if you have exposed pipes like this black iron pipe here. And you may want to go ahead and buy some pipe insulation like this. This is the fiberglass stuff, but you can use the foam insulation on the smaller diameter pipes. And I've even gone so far as to insulate my PEX tubing as well. I'm of the mindset that with oil at $3.50 a gallon, there's no such thing as minimal heat loss. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to apply some of this pipe insulation on this black iron pipe, this main boiler loop here, because I've got most everything else done, and I'll be replacing this old stuff here that it really didn't fit, but I was using it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount the camera and get started. It's really straightforward. It's so obvious. I don't think I really need to show you how to do it, but it's one of those things that you might want to pick away at. You don't have to go out and buy all of it at once. Just when you're at Home Depot or Lowe's or even Walmart has it, pick up a few pieces and just by the time winter's over, you should have your whole system insulated. So let me show you how this works. Alright, so you don't have to be real precise here. Basically, this type of insulation has like a flap with a adhesive piece on it, and the foam insulation is has similar thing. It has two sticky peelings, and you peel them off, and the insulation will stick together. But first, we need to cut it to length. Okay, I'm not going to be real precise. I'm just going to go ahead and hold it up like this. I'm going to cover this with loose pipe insulation. I'll show you how that works as well. Basically, I'm just going to go to the elbow, and I'm going to take my razor knife and score it right where I need to cut. Okay, I might go a little bit larger because again, it is just for insulation, so it can compress a little bit. When my house was built, my plumber was a really good friend, and I asked him about this because, it's one of those things I want to save as much money as I can, like you do, I'm sure. And he said, well, that's minimal heat loss. Nobody wraps those in homes. And the other day I was in the boiler room at the school that I work in, and there was not one exposed pipe, And I've been picking away at it anyways, but I asked the guys there, geez, I mean, does it make a difference? And it is one of those things that, it will eventually pay for itself. Now, will it pay for itself this year? I can't guarantee that. But, over a number of years, it will definitely pay for itself because all the heat coming off these pipes, as well as all your PEX tubing, all the way to the baseboard or radiator, it's all heat loss. So the idea is to try to minimize that heat loss so the heat makes it to the distribution point. So let me go ahead and reposition the camera here. Alright, so the way this works here is you can see that it's split on the inside. And you could wear gloves if you were concerned about getting fiberglass in your hands. It's not too bad. It's not like real loose or anything. So, okay. So I just want to make sure that I got the right diameter, and it looks like I did. So that's always a plus. So then you just basically peel this adhesive back off. Okay. My boiler's going to kick on here. I have a zone kicking in. Okay, then what I'm going to do, they actually sell adhesive for this too, but I'm actually going to take some tape and reinforce this because this is about 185 degrees here, and this adhesive can loosen up, especially where I'm just putting it on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I use this metal foil tape here. It's real sticky. It also holds its form, so it doesn't tend to peel back. Once you put it where it is, it stays there. So that's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to continue on and do this. I just want to show you, for something like the corners or elbows, they do sell elbows for these pieces, but what I've been using is this pipe wrap, and I've been just reinforcing it with tape a little bit. So again, this is one of those tips I think is so straightforward that anybody can do it, and it's relatively inexpensive. And again, it's something you don't have to do all at once. You can pick away at it like I've been doing, and you might end up spending $50 to $75 in a small boiler room like this. But ultimately, any exposed pipe that leads to your heating system or your main boiler loop or any of that, you know, putting pipe insulation like this on it will help reduce heat loss and save energy. Hopefully this tip's been helpful. Thanks for watching. Leave questions and comments below and stay warm.